Hello, humans. Day 5 update. I feel better than yesterday. Yesterday was rough. I'm very excited because I can make it to day 7, but only if I don't look at day 7. If I look at day 7, I'm like, yo, that's so far away. 40 hours left. Please no. But if I just take it moment by moment, I'm good. And I think the fact that I was at work today helped because I was focusing on work and not thinking of all the wonderful foods that I'm missing out on. My mouth has been giving me memories of food that I've had before, and one that came to me today, the most prominent one was a cheese and corn samosa. I don't know if you've had that, but it's delicious. And my favorite food to have is tandoori chicken, especially with that green sauce that they give with. They call it a chutney, but it's not quite the same as like a Mrs. Ball's chutney. It's more like a sauce. Um, I think it's made out of dhania and some other stuff. What's the English? The other word for dhania? Coriander. Coriander and some other stuff. It's delicious. And immediately when the thought of tandoori chicken came, I thought of something better. At my friend's wedding 2 years ago, they served tandoori mushrooms, and that blew my mind. It's amazing, and I just want that. Even talking about it now is making me a little bit hungry. Anyway, today, the time now at this recording is 4 o'clock, so that's 16, that's 18 hours past the 4 hours. 4 hours is 96, 18 is uh, 114 hours that I've been without food, without anything, yeah, just water and mineral salts. I don't think I explained why you need mineral salts. The mineral salt contains sodium, magnesium, and what's the one from bananas? Potassium. That's potassium. Your muscles need that to work, and that's why yesterday I was having a bit of a rough time in the morning, feeling faint and dizzy because my muscles didn't know that. But I feel fine. I feel good. My stomach feels uncomfortable every now and then because it's so empty. But it's not, it's just a normal, feeling now. I slept well. There was no interruptions to my sleep other than, other than having a baby and a toddler in the house. But it wasn't from hunger or anything like that. The water's good. The water helps. Really, it helps a lot. One of One of you viewers, yeah, sorry, yeah, suggested that I try a food fast next, which is just food and no water. And I giggled because I did that unintentionally just by being lazy to get up and go fetch some water. And by the end of the first day, I was constipated. So it's not going to work. It's a bad idea, and it's not going to happen. So thank you for that. Another one of you shared with me an article about a Japanese researcher, scientist, who studied the effects that um, speaking to water had on its properties. Okay? And he found that when you speak gently to water, good words, uplifting words, nice words, similar to those talk to plants vibes, if you talk to water, the crystals it forms when you freeze it are prettier than, like much prettier than um, crystals formed by freezing water that has been spoken to harshly. Even water that has not been spoken to, the crystals formed by the good words to water was prettier than the other two versions. And the thought that came to mind, um, that the, the subscriber shared with me was, we are made out of 75% water. So it really matters how we speak to ourselves, even in our heads, and how we speak to others. Do we choose gentle words, calm tones, or do we respond like a dragon or a lion? Today, I caught myself slipping because I spoke harshly, unnecessarily, and loudly. I didn't necessarily use harsh tones, harsh words, but my tone was definitely harsher and louder than it needed to be. Um, but the good thing is that this doesn't have to ruin the whole day or the whole year or the whole life. We get to move forward in each moment. So choose to speak to your fellow human beings and especially to yourself in the human way, the kind way, the gentle way. You'd be surprised at the difference that it makes in your life. So that's my update on day 5. So I'll see you in the next update.